Hello!
Hello, part 2.
Part 2!
And it is actually a different day.
It is actually a different day.
Like a week
For
later.
real. For real, a different day.
For real, different day.
Because we were so tired after we did that last video, there was no way we were doing another one, so
No.
that's okay.
Yeah.
It's a snow day in Texas, so we're like, wow, we have time.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have tomorrow off as well because they preemptively were like, still gonna be snowing tomorrow, so.
Yeah, well,
No
it's going
to
to be
everything.
just ice. So
Yeah.
we're in Texas, and it's basically snowed a whole bunch, and now it's raining, and it's been raining for like hours.
Yeah, so it's gonna be all ice.
So it's like slush out there, and now overnight it's gonna freeze, and it's just gonna be a nightmare. So, yeah, good. We're not going anywhere.
Yes.
So,
We are gonna continue with the video. There's actually a couple things to show beforehand and talk about beforehand, but we ran a retreat.
we did
A virtual retreat, our first
Yes.
one running a virtual retreat.
Yes.
It was so much fun.
So much fun. Yeah.
Amanda was actually super involved and originally didn't expect to be super involved, but
No.
had a blast
Yeah.
running our movies essentially. So the way that our retreat worked was everybody was either put on a team or they just kind of like showed up and could, didn't have to necessarily be on a team. The teams were for fun.
Mm-hmm.
And folks it was Disney themed, of course,
Mhm,
as
of course.
Fandom last year was Disney themed. So
Yes.
this retreat was Disney themed.
Lost Boy sleepover.
It was exclusive to people who were in Fandom Stitching Challenge group. So if you want to see what our next retreat will be, you have to be a Fandom member
On Facebook.
on Facebook
Yes.
and Discord as well. So we are going to be upping our Discord action as well. So if you have left Facebook and are interested, I'll put
Like me.
links. Yeah, I'll put links to the Discord as well in here too. Discord's awesome. So it's once you figure it out,
Yeah.
it's easy. Like it's surprising. It looks like a lot when you first start,
does.
and it looks stressful.
Yeah.
We plan to kind of make a couple of like videos and docs that explain how Discord works so that people feel a little less overwhelmed when you enter.
Mhm.
But in my opinion, it's a much better place for community,
Yeah.
and it's awesome. So
a lot more engagement. Like,
So much more engagement.
Yeah, I mean, we were able to talk with people like
Mhm.
the whole weekend.
and it's cool because you can do video chatting, you can do regular chatting.
Streaming.
We did a bunch of chats available, and anyway, back to our retreat itself.
Yes.
We just really enjoyed it and had a really good time with everybody.
Yeah.
And there were 9 patterns that were part of the package if you bought them, and we had Witchy Stitcher and Abby Sue designs involved. There were a bunch of newer designers in there too. Atomic Marsha was in there. I really loved her
pattern.
piece.
Ugh.
Was absolutely floored by it. So
Yeah,
it was
it was
really
Frontierland with Big
and
Thunder Mountain
I'll show off
Railroad.
some of those too.
Yeah.
There were so many other folks. We had
Oh
every
my gosh.
land
Yeah.
covered in Disneyland, so
Yeah.
like Fantasyland and Tomorrowland. Abby
Star
Sue
Wars.
made a second one for Tomorrowland because the original person I had who was making that pattern dropped out and said they couldn't do it. So then I messaged Abby Sue, was like, "Hey, can you make
Hey,
a second
please."
pattern because you're an angel?" And she did. So we
So
love
quickly.
her so quickly, and it
too.
was gorgeous,
Yeah.
and I'm very excited to do that one.
Yeah.
Star Wars Land, Main Street USA was Abby.
Main Street. Yeah.
Adventureland. Gosh,
I
is that all
know.
of them?
No.
Toontown.
Toontown.
And
then we had Fantasyland. Yeah. Which
So, yeah.
the Fantasyland, a lot of people completed. It was a it was a really quick pattern. So tons of people finished that one. It was awesome. But yeah, I mean, can't wait to do it next year. Like,
I'll show the
truly.
ones
and do
that
more.
I started,
Yeah.
which is fun. So the Witchy Stitcher one looks like this.
Ugh. Oh yeah, it just looks
amazing.
like that. Yeah,
It's
it just
gorgeous.
looks like that. Yeah.
It just looks like
Easy breezy.
that. Yeah, she,
When she
it's
sent that,
witchy.
well,
She's so funny.
Haunted Mansion is my favorite, and when she sent that, like Shannon was like, "Oh no, Amanda, you're gonna have a problem."
Yeah.
And I did.
It's so
'cause
cute.
it
I
was
love that it's
so
the
good.
Halloween theme. Like adding the Mickey
Yeah.
pumpkin was so cute.
Oh, the Mickey pumpkin.
Okay, so I did 1 over
So good.
1 on 32 count, so it's teeny tiny.
Teeny weeny.
But yeah, there she is.
I told Shannon that she's gonna have to also do it bigger.
Fortunately, my mother
So.
has already started that one.
Yeah.
And one of the challenges in Fandom Stitching Challenge is to do 2,025 stitches on 25 projects. I already did that with this one. My mom is working on hers, also this one, but 2/2 on like 36 count or something like that. Or no, on 32 count actually. And so we will have both a teeny one and a big one. So excited for that. Put this back. And then let's show off another one. So how many projects? Okay, this is Frontierlands. And I did, okay, yeah. So I printed out a photo. Actually, my mom organized these because she's the best. She organized every single pattern for us because we were just like, we'll just have one of each. We'll technically have 2 of Witchy Stitchers, but that's okay. So Frontierland, super cute. With the goat, I'm obsessed. And the goat is the only thing I finished from the retreat. Honestly, this fabric kept fraying on me and it kept pissing me off. So I was like, until I can get, I use Fray Away, I think it's called. Yeah. And because I was trying to remember what it was called, because usually the fabrics that I get now are all serged, so I don't run into this problem. But this is a Dove Stitch, and Dove Stitch just like prints the pattern, sends it to you sort of thing, so they don't, you know, serge it for you or anything. And I absolutely will not go through and do a whip stitch. My mom does that on, I will not, because that takes extra time. I refuse. Whereas I can do the fray away and just, it's a little bit around the entire edges, and then you have like no problems for the rest of the time. So here's my goatee. Look how cute he is. The reason why I chose this fabric is because I actually, every time we go on Thunder Mountain at night, it's a lot of fun. It's like my favorite when it's at night. So that's why I was like,
it's gorgeous at night. Yeah.
Do it on a night fabric because it's cute.
I mean, we typically ride it like 3 to 4 times per visit because it's our favorite.
I also did that one 1/1 on 32 count as well. And for those who know, that is teeny tiny. So
yeah.
But it's fun. One more that I started but did not get many stitches on is the Main Street one. It was actually the one that I thought I was going to be stitching throughout, but because I wanted to stitch a lot at once, I was doing the Witchy Stitcher one, which had a lot more block coloring, and then the Frontier one, which also had a ton of block coloring, so I was just like stitch, 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 stitch really fast. So yeah, this is the Main Street. And started. Oh, and this is our fabric. So the fabric was done by Dying for Sass, and one of the packages you could get for my retreat, and this is what I do for most retreats, is I do some kind of project bag, and a lot of folks really loved this project bag, so I was very excited. It was the Golden Familiars made it for us, and I actually had her make it a little bit smaller because than her normal sizing, because she usually does like a bigger size. She also can do custom if you like custom. Golden Familiars, really great stuff. Yeah, so we just talked about what we would do. So we did the villains.
Smaller because of shipping, right?
Yeah, it was mostly for shipping to make sure it all fit in the thing, and I didn't want to get bigger bags than I had. Yeah. It turned out that the bags that I got were actually bigger, so I could have technically gone bigger, but that's okay. We know for next time.
Yeah, we know for next time.
This was my first time sending everything out, and I sent out
through mail,
and like we sent out 65 or something.
So many. I came in with like 2 huge like HEB bags, like gigantic tote bags, and was like it was so funny. The post thing at the post office was like full to the brim, so I had to like stuff it in, and thank goodness I have long arms. I reached in and was like pressing everything down, and I was like, I'm so glad that like
and
so
things seem to have gotten out to people. Yes. I discovered Pirate Ship, which is like a way to they'll print out everything for you, you pay them, and they find the best discount for you, and so that was really awesome. I like Pirate Ship. It made my life super easy, and because I was so nervous to go to the post office and be like, okay, print off a bunch of things for me.
And during the holidays too, because we were shipping these out in December. So
we know for next time. Okay, so this was made by Ariel, who she just was like, how many people are getting the package? I'd love to send this to folks, and it's super cute. Has a little fairy on the little Tinkerbell on the back. It's
a backwards, scissor fob.
Scissor fobs, but I usually put them on my these baggies because I think it's more fun. Okay, So yeah, this is where Tomorrowland's gonna go.
And then show off the fabric too. Or did you?
I didn't
not
totally show it off.
yeah.
I'll take it off. This fabric was again done by Dying for Sass, and that's her. Absolutely gorgeous. It was designed to go with Main Street USA. Yeah. So that's why it has like bright colors and very cute. And everyone's was different. Everyone was different because they were all of the same family of these, but it was as if like each one was a different dye lot. Is more how I would describe it.
Some of them had more blues, some of them had more yellows, so it was really awesome. Yeah, it was fun to look through all of them, and Shannon picking out her piece because it's like, oh, well, what do you want more of?
Yeah, right? Yes. Like, which one do I want? Because I get first dibs.
Yeah, you get first dibs.
Yeah. So, anything else about the retreat? Oh, the needle minder.
The needle minders, which you have a couple right over here.
I didn't one for myself because I just gave it to everyone else.
Yeah, so, but they are so cute. Shannon basically collects from this woman on Etsy.
There's so many of them.
Yeah. Yeah, just take like 3 or just take the whole thing. Also, it is January, so please ignore that this is December.
Oh yeah,
December cross stitch.
We've been busy. We've
been busy.
So December cross stitch during COVID time. I was doing every single one of these, and then when we opened up again, I didn't finish the summer ones.
Yeah,
but here we go.
And then you finished them yourself too.
Yeah, and so this was the style that she did. I have all the princesses that she's done. She sent me basically every single Disney one that she had, just about, that she had ready to ship and everything, and so.
And she had a bunch of different, like, tons of different
characters. She is called
House of Mang. House of Mang. And she's in Russia, is that correct?
No,
Ukraine?
No. Indonesia, actually.
Indonesia. Oh, yeah. It was really far off. I'm so sorry.
Listen, I have a lot of stuff from Ukrainian folks and a couple of things from Russian folks, but they're not really allowed to send stuff to us anymore, so
it's really upsetting.
Yeah, it's sad.
I know that they're going through like.
So there actually a lot of designers are doing it through the UK somehow.
Yeah.
So in order to send us stuff, and I just feel terrible that it's like, it's not their fault that a war is happening.
Exactly. But
okay.
Anyway,
other stuff about the retreat.
It was just fun, and we're hoping to do more.
Yeah.
I think
we learned a lot. We learned a lot about what can work and what can't work. A lot of people. Honestly, the biggest thing is that folks wanted to talk more in like the voice chat, and we didn't have very many like set times that were like, okay, we're all going to talk in the general chats.
Yeah.
And so in that way, I have some plans in the future to kind of do some more like icebreakers and some more games that are like team building based, even before the retreat starts, like maybe a couple that we could do before, just to kind of get people comfortable with like chatting with each other.
Yeah.
I know that in retreats that I have done, it's taken a couple years for me to be comfortable to be on camera talking to folks that I don't really know. So I don't blame people for like not really at first wanting to, or like wanting to be the first one to do it. So I understand what was going on, but I also want to set aside next time that's like, this is time where you can go chat in the voice chats, and we encourage you to do so. So we're going to do more of that next time.
Yeah. It's going to be a blast, and I mean, I had so much fun at the movies, so.
So I just started a couple of new starts that I should talk about too. Autumn Lane Stitchery is doing a woodland winter stitch along.
Oh,
so I started the house, and I'm only like 150 stitches in.
Okay.
But
I didn't realize that you started this one.
I did start it. Started it because I have no self-control.
Well,
new starts.
But also, Autumn Lane Stitchery is one of your favorites, and we love their South. So
I love their South. I love to support them. I also
love to support
love their stuff. So
we love them.
Win-win.
Yeah, we love them.
And then I also started, and I said I was going to start this.
Yes, you did. You did.
Temperature Sal that Satsuma Street created.
Yes.
And I'm just putting in directly into it the. Usually I make photocopies of patterns for myself, like it's not going to anybody else. My mom and I both do this because I don't like to draw on my patterns. I don't like to highlight on the patterns I own. I like to keep them
pristine.
So it's like, and I don't know where the mentality comes, but it's just like maybe in the future somebody
else will want it
this
or
want
do
to do it. And I guess that's my mentality.
Yeah, and also
like
passing down to your kid too.
Yeah,
so.
if they're interested. So I started it. Obviously, we're only on day 9, so 9 days.
Yeah, but now you get to do freezing.
It got cold, so it was like, this is kind of like average, and then it was chilly.
Does it have one for snow?
Not specifically for snow, just like the
just temperature.
color
just cold.
is colder looking.
Okay, that's fun. Yeah.
Okay, now back to it. So
woo!
We left off on Mad Hatter.
Yeah.
My wife once again has the list in front of them.
Yep.
This is the project bag that I have Mad Hatter in. I have an Alice in Wonderland one, so I should probably just swap them.
Yeah.
But too lazy. That's another day for Shan to do. Okay.
What do you have in the Alice in Wonderland?
Good question. I have no idea.
Just know that we have it.
Probably a Disney project. That would be
probably.
my guess. Maybe not. Oh, look how far I got.
Ooh.
Oh, further than I thought. I made the hat. There she is.
You made the hat.
The hat. And
this is by Bella Filipina, of
This
course.
is also House of Mang.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Bella Filipina. Love Bella Filipina.
Is that an Alice needle minder? Is that an Alice one?
Of course.
Yeah. It's cute. I didn't see it.
Yes, I have the one Alice in Wonder. And I don't think I have a picture to show off of just Alice. I do not. So I can't show you what the pattern looks like. Some of these I need to also reorganize how I would like them to be. I'm running into this personal dilemma, and I was complaining about it to Amanda today, that I've been organizing so much and not stitching a lot. And usually I'm only stitching and then I get my organization as a mess. So
but she's been inspired by her
organizer. Because we have an organizer who's organized everything.
And she's been so great.
And so, and I'm moving everything to the Notions app because I really, really like how another stitcher set it up, and I like bought their template so that I can use it, and it's amazing. And yeah, so it's like I'm moving from doing Google Sheets to that essentially. And so I am running into the issue where it's like I'm spending so much time organizing and not enough time stitching.
But in the end, I mean, this makes you happy, like very happy, and also like it just
I think if I just
happy.
Continue to slowly organize and like that's okay to be slow about it. I think I'm putting a lot of pressure on myself to do it really quickly because the year has already started.
The year's already started.
And my brain goes to, oh, the year started, you need to be organized now, today.
And it's also an ADHD thing where it's like, if you don't do it now, it doesn't exist. Like, you're going to forget about it and you're not going to do it anymore. But I will remind you.
Okay, next Bella Filipina.
Yes, so this one is Magic Lamp.
Magic Lamp.
The lamp.
The lamp. Look how pretty she is. I don't think I've done anything on this one.
I don't think you've done anything on it.
Maybe a little bit of the skin is my guess. This bag is cool. All right, I love this bag.
I found those on Amazon.
I found these on Amazon randomly. I don't even remember what I typed in to get these bags. But it has 2 pockets. It has a pocket in the front, and then it has a big pocket, and then it has a spot where you can put your what's in it. And it's everything you need for a project bag. So
is it like mesh like all the way through?
It is mesh all the way through.
So that might, I don't know, is that a problem or not?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I think that mesh all the way through isn't the best. Like I would prefer it to be more sturdy like this. But I like that I still can see into the pattern. But I like project bags, as you can probably tell, that have a vinyl front so that I know what's inside. Yeah. That's my preference. So let's see.
And it has a handle. So cute.
This fabric. I think it's under this. It is under the sea fabric, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Stunning. Gorgeous.
Oh, can I tell?
Yes. So just a little bit of the skin.
Under the sea fabrics, it's called Red Skies at Night.
See, I wrote it down.
I'm sure it has been long gone.
That's a good question. Well,
You started it June 10th of last year, 2024.
Just did kind of a quick start and then left it at that. Okay.
So let's do that one.
Let's look at it. I have done this much of it. It's a Mill Hill, so it has beads, of course.
So many beads.
It's a quartet because each of them are winter.
Oh. Beautiful.
This one is summer.
That's beautiful. What the heck?
And I know. Oh, that one. This is Winter. I don't know what I showed you first. Maybe spring.
Spring.
Quartet, because it's all 4. And this is the bag that I have no idea who gave me this bag or where this bag came from.
I would look it up, but it's not on there. So.
No, I didn't put anywhere. Which I should do in the future is where did I get this project bag? Would be good too.
Well, normally they have like
they have their
tags
on it.
Yeah, they have like tags.
Honestly,
or
this was
something.
probably a gift from mom. Is my guess. Okay,
Yeah.
so we need to make sure that gets in there.
Yes.
It's in there. I know it is. I just don't know what it's under. Okay, so this is a very beautiful project bag, and I also am not sure who. Oh, no idea. But anyway, pretty. Look at that blue. So this is March Aquamarine Fairy of the Month, Nora Corbett.
Oh, that's a nice phone.
Okay, I found this on the web for Fairy of the Month Corbett.
Oh.
Check it out.
Thank you.
Check it out.
Okay, so I did legitimately start it. Wait, this doesn't seem right. I don't think this is right. I think actually, I think this was, you know what? This was, I started it here. So actually the start of it is here in the center.
What's up in the corner?
Up in the corner is where mom didn't want to frog something. So she probably de-stashed and then put it away and was like, I'll frog it the next time I use this. But
it's opal, and Shannon has a opal addiction.
yes, and so I believe mom just gave it to me and said, you use it because you like
so
opal.
funny.
And my mother actually doesn't really like opal that much, so she likes her neutrals.
She likes neutrals, yeah, and that's a very dark fabric, so.
What's next on the list?
Ferris wheel, but
Mickey's Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
That Mickey's Ferris wheel is at school. It is my work project. It lives there. I do not bring it home. I brought it home during the break. Didn't touch it.
You also showed it off in one of our previous videos.
Okay, so I have shown it off.
Yeah.
I've
Mickey's
gotten
Ferris
pretty
wheel.
far on it.
Yeah.
And yeah, so this one was from one of our retreats last year.
This was during the Witchy Stitcher retreat, which was our first in-person retreat in Anaheim in April.
Yes. And we're doing another one in June.
Another one in June in
So.
Detroit, Michigan.
I'll show off the bag. So this was also a Golden Familiar, and the inside of the bag it was Monsters. Love.
Frankie.
Super cute. Okay. All right, so I got very far on it. I finished all of them. Again, it was a 1/1. It was the super fun to stitch. I stitched all the monsters, finished them, so I just have to finish the border now. And yeah, that is the Witchy Stitcher, as Amanda said.
Very cute.
Obviously.
You're very close to getting done with that one.
I know. It's actually, we should pop it in. I have a pile now these are almost done. Work on them this year. Finish it. It's getting bigger and bigger. Which is good. So as I said, one of my challenges for this year is I need 25 projects that I need to put 2,025 stitches on. So I still haven't made that list. Like I made a preliminary list, and now I'm thinking I'd actually like that list to be more based on projects that are almost done. So I'm trying to put them on that list. The list actually was more alphabetical because like one of the challenges for Black Needle Society's challenge in their journal is to have the alphabet, like a project with each
from
one.
every alphabet, yeah.
Which is great. I love that challenge a lot. But I think I want my 2,025 stitches project to be all projects that are about to be done. Just to give them more love.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And finish them, because we have to get more than 9.
Wow.
Which was Shannon's,
Good luck to me.
that was how many Shannon completed last year, so.
Yeah, I want more than 9 this year. Okay. I'm obsessed with this fabric. So it took me a long time, not that long, but like a long time for me to start this stitch along, which was Monster
House by Satsuma Street.
Thank you, Monster House by Satsuma Street, because I couldn't find a fabric that I was like, I don't like this. And her recommendation was a neutral fabric. And unfortunately for me, neutrals don't interest me. And if I've realized this as of this last year, and I've stitching for 7 years now almost, I realized last year that if I do not like the fabric, I will not stitch it.
Yeah.
if I don't like the feel of it, if I don't like how it looks, if like my
If
eyes
it's
are
Ada,
bored, if it's Ada,
which
sorry,
we know.
Ada, which we're all aware of now. If it's those, then I just doesn't work for me. So, I found this and was like, this is the cutest thing ever. So,
do you
big
know
fan.
who made it?
Oh gosh.
Oh, you don't have it in here.
I don't think I wrote it down because I think I got it at a retreat. But look how pretty. So this is, I started the Monster House. Also this needle minder, super cute. I don't remember who this was.
Oh.
It seems like a Beast Stitch me.
Yeah.
Possibly, but
They were at our...
they
Well, okay,
were
wait.
at any of the retreats I went
When
to.
did you start it? So you started it August 7th of this year?
Over the summer.
So maybe at Camp Black Needle you got it.
I think that definitely is one.
Yeah.
This is a super cool bag. So I love
Yes.
national parks. We've gone over that.
Yes.
This was Golden Familiars made this,
Yeah.
and it's so cool because it just has a lot of pockets and a lot of like options, and she has different ones on her site as well. But yeah, so this had all the national parks as like stamps on it. Like it's just amazing.
Yeah, I think
And
I saw it.
stunning.
I saw it in the
And I kept telling myself, "Don't buy it. You need to save your money." And then I was like, "You know what? I want it."
I went shopping during Camp Black Needle,
Yeah.
and I like saw it, and I was like, "Can you put that off to the side because my wife's gonna buy it?"
I'm
And
grateful
lo and
because it was
behold.
great.
Lo
I didn't
and
even see
behold.
it actually. That's right. I
Yeah,
didn't,
you
see,
didn't see
The
it.
first time that I
Yeah.
went and looked, I think because also I was trying to be good. I was trying not to buy too much, and then I was just like, "Oh, so cute," and then kind of like skimmed at things, and then walked away. So, it has a thread bed already like embedded in there. A spot where you can put like your needle, which is super cool, and then it doesn't want to click for me. There we go. Extra pocket so you could put like needles or your scissors in here. So it's very much a project bag that you can bring everywhere. And then, you know, I put it in this zipper. It's excellent for travel. I have all my threads in this bed. So yeah,
so
it's
a
great.
huge pocket,
And then just buttons.
And it's just buttons.
So
it's so cute,
and that's my
it's so
pitch to
smart.
definitely go look at Golden Familiar stuff. You
Yeah.
will love her
Absolutely.
things. You will be saving your money to buy something. Or spending your money immediately.
When you shouldn't, maybe. But
Should.
I am an enabler. I'm always like, yeah.
Also, it's not like I'm
so
giving it to
cute.
Amazon. At least I'm giving it
Exactly,
to like
you're giving it to
a small business who and a person who I
Exactly.
love. Like Renee's
Yeah.
the best. So.
Yeah, Renee's awesome.
She's worked with me on like some custom stuff
Yeah.
too, and obviously I've done retreats with her now, and I have to reach out to her about possibly doing
Yeah,
another
Witchy
one this
Stitcher.
year.
She
So
should do the Witchy
Yeah.
Stitcher
Oh,
one.
I have to
I think people would
poke
love
her about it.
stuff.
Like she
Yeah.
already made a bunch for me recently, but I'm
This
sure
is
she'll
not
do
a
it again.
promise, but maybe a little wink wink.
Wink, wink, if she has time. Okay, so
It's gonna be
what's
a
the
great
next one on
retreat.
your list?
So I have Moon by Robin Kayla Stitch.
Did I show off Monster March?
Monster March.
I have
Sorry.
3
You
monster.
have 3 monster blah.
Halloween. This is I'm not
I also
sure
think that you
who the
showed off
designer is.
Moon. This is done by Glendon Place.
Yeah.
Glendon. GLE.
I always
and
tend to start a
DLN Place.
pattern at a retreat, and this was I started this pattern at a retreat. I think it was maybe 2 years ago. Does that sound right?
August 4th, 2022. So probably
Oh.
at camp again.
Yeah, it was definitely a camp.
Yeah.
Also, 2022, even further back than I thought.
Yeah. That's 3 years
So
ago
cute.
now.
So cute.
That's crazy.
One of the things I want to do is I do want to have like at least a little picture of the pattern in each of my bags. So part of my desire to organize.
Yeah.
My mom does that. Like
Your mom-
she's gotten really organized, especially on all of her most recent WIPs and every WIPs that she starts. And
And she like has like a little like picture and then puts like the designer and the name of the project and everything like that like on the bag.
so
It's really
actually
nice.
because I have them organized by I don't know where Moon is. Moon
You showed off Moon
I
last
showed
time,
off-
I think.
I don't know why I
I'm
showed
pretty
off Moon last
sure. Because I think we actually was that in the reject pile?
No, Moon was
Are you
stayed
sure?
there. Yeah, Moon stayed there.
Oh, okay.
But
that one's on Ada, right?
I have a lot of the stuff by designer alphabetically, And this list kind of has things only by name alphabetically. So my guess is that I showed it off earlier because it was with...
It's with Robin.
Next to Sun.
Oh, yes. You had it with Sun. Yeah.
Guess I did that. All right. Moonflowers was a birthday gift. I have no idea what direction it's supposed to stick. I'm looking at it. I don't know.
You know.
Something.
You know.
And that's not a good sign.
That's something to figure out.
That means I haven't looked at it in a while.
Future. Yeah. I mean, that one is Nora Corbett. You started in January of 2022.
Wow.
So it literally has been 3 years.
Do I put it in the maybe pile?
Well, what does the pattern look like?
The pattern's very pretty.
Oh. Wow, it's actually really pretty.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Everything, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just moonflowers.
That's moonflowers.
Yeah.
It is really pretty. I mean, it's Nora Corbett.
I'll keep it. I'll get back to her eventually. Okay. So
yeah.
This is in the right order.
And I mean, you have quite a few stitches done. Just, you know.
Oh.
I think that could be in the future.
Forgot about it.
Moonrise Snail.
Moonrise Snail. Moonrise Snail is in here.
Moonrise Snail. Inside of your snail bag that you got at camp last
only
year.
This has been done. I should actually just put it in the pile of just get it done. Because it's something I could finish in a day.
So this is also a pattern that was given during the last Camp Black Needle, which was holiday based.
I did this finish there.
Yeah. So it was very cute.
Very cute. Okay, we'll put it in the pile of do it this year.
Do it.
Okay, next.
Mordor.
Yeah, Mordor. So I haven't touched Mordor since we did Lord of the Rings, and I haven't done very much on it.
Oh, and then this is a Russian designer.
Yeah, and it's really cute, but I haven't done anything on it in a long time.
The fabric's kind
of meh. So I think it's a goodbye. Wow. Okay.
So sorry. So sorry, Mordor.
Goodbye.
Although it would look very cute next to the hobbit hole.
It would. But
are you gonna do it?
I don't want to work on it. So if I don't want to work on it, then
exactly.
We're being harsh.
Harsh.
We're being no ifs, ands, or buts.
No buts. We're both really tired.
You can tell. We've reached sleepy mode.
We're in the silly stage. So the next one should be Mother Nature.
Yes.
Summer. Actually, I think you showed this one off because you did it with the seasons. I think you showed off the seasons already.
Mother Nature's no. Mother Nature's Summer is different. She's a different beast, actually.
Also,
she's from a magazine.
Also, the designer is from the United Arab Emirates. So that would have been a really good like country.
Yeah, I think that's why I put it there.
Oh, probably.
So I don't have a picture of the summer version, but this part has all the ones that came in the series.
Oh yeah,
that were all in a magazine, in Cross Stitch magazine. It's funny that I have a picture.
Which you typically don't pull from normally.
I never pull from them, but I saw them and I was like, well, that's pretty.
Yeah, and this is by Stitchora.
Yeah. Okay, so
very
tiny start on it.
But I think you'll eventually do that. I mean,
I do love lady patterns.
You like lady patterns, but you also really like seasonal and like monthly.
I do.
Things that we can put up during like a
certain
season.
time period.
Yeah.
That's so true.
So, that's one of your vices.
One of my vices.
All right, next one is Mrs. Klaus Cookbook, which is so cool. Yeah, this one's really awesome. And this one just came out, I think. Or no, it was, I don't
know where she is, actually.
Oh.
I don't think she's here.
Oh, yeah. So this one was started in November of this year. Designer is Living on the Rainbow.
Looking quickly if she's around.
Yeah, if she's around. If not, definitely look it up because if you don't know about it already, it's really,
Living on the
really
Rainbow was also another one that like I knew about, but I had not really started any of her projects. I bought them, so I bought like the monster book she made as well, and she teaches you how to make the little booklet too. So it's like, as Amanda was saying, it's not just a cross-stitch design, it's also teaching you how to make it into something. And that's what she does. So many of her things are making it into something.
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
A stitched book. Yeah. And has actual like recipes in it. It's really cute. I was like floored by it. I was like, that's such a smart idea. And you had another one as well from Living on the Rainbow that was also a book. I feel like it was like reindeer themed or something. I might be misremembering, but
possibly.
Anyway, really cool.
So who's next?
Narnia Stitching Book Club.
So,
oh my gosh, I haven't seen that one in years.
I got the name in, but I haven't done the rest.
So that was started December of 2022.
Oops.
But you've done so much on that one, like that's...
It only has 2 more parts to go. Like it's like an easy, quick one to do.
Oh, an easy, quick one?
Let's put it in. Going in the
October.
Yes, I started October this year.
Which
I have mixed feelings about the thread I chose to do, the lettering, because it is hard to see, but the fabric's really perfect. So I think what I'm gonna do is
do backstitching
on it. Yeah. So that's not a big deal.
Gosh, it is really hard to see.
It's hard to see for sure, but it's a really pretty thread. So
it's gorgeous thread.
I wanted to use it.
I think with back stitching it'll really pop.
And this is the bag.
Such a cool bag. I had seen someone online, I can't remember who it was, but it was like the magic of backstitching, and they showed a photo of their project beforehand with no backstitching. It was like really muddy and like all the colors were like all blending together. But then she did backstitching, and it was like you could see
it's a whole other project.
Different.
It's really fun to watch Abby
really cool.
Sue do that. She'll do a lot of videos that she's stitched the whole thing and then she's stitching the back stitching as the video.
She might have been the one that I saw it from.
Probably her. And yes, it is amazing to see it just come to life.
It's awesome.
Okay, this is actually supposed to be a book sleeve, but I am using it as a project bag.
As one does.
What's the project?
So this is Once Upon a Time by Frosted Pumpkin, who we love. We love Frosted Pumpkin.
No, it's not. This is not the one.
Oh no!
I don't know who you are. Okay.
Who are you?
Sorry. So my mother started this one and then gave it to me and said, I'm never going to do it. So, sorry. Falling over a little bit. This is what it looks like. What it will look like when done. She did a lot of it, so it is worth it to actually finish.
Our cat is being weird
she
right now.
did. Snow.
So
Snow White. It's the fabric. And
it's sparkly.
Opalescent.
It's not, well, is it opal or is it just sparkly?
No, it's opal.
Opalescent. Okay.
So my mom, she doesn't like opalescent. And she doesn't like cutesy patterns. So this was bound to be a no-go for her. Yeah. But I love, she's a sampler lady. She's all about those samplers.
All right, the next one. So I don't know if you really want to talk about it. It is One Nation.
Yeah, I'll talk about One Nation.
Okay.
That's okay. So One Nation is a project of mixed feelings by Bygone Stitches. When it comes to feeling patriotic enough to stitch on it, that feeling is not here at the moment.
Yes.
So I stitched it a lot the past 4 years and now have no desire to touch it for a bit. So, but here she is.
You've done so much on it, like, and it's a huge pattern.
Oops, sorry.
So I mean,
it's gonna be a flag.
It'll take a long time to finish, but
and I think it's okay to put aside a project that, even if the project itself is, even the project itself is beautiful and you don't feel like working on it. That's okay.
It's okay to put it aside.
It's okay to put it aside, and when I feel like working on it, I will.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's a good frame of mind to think about it rather than just like throwing it out.
Exactly.
Being like, ugh.
Exactly. I'm sure.
The poison apple.
I should be writing down notes of the things that we need
Oh
to find
yeah.
and figure out where they should go. Okay, poison apple. I love poison apple.
Yes, we do love it.
Poison apple was my choice. My challenge from last year for Black Needle Society was you had to stitch on one project every single day, at least one stitch. What I did was stitch 364 stitches on it and was like, that counts.
Well,
because I'm not one to like keep a project out like that.
Yeah.
So it was not, no.
And yeah, and just doing like one stitch just felt
Would have
a
felt
little
weird, but
weird.
look how pretty she is.
She's gorgeous. We love her.
And
We love her
Snow's
and all of
hanging out with
her 364 stitches.
It's more than that now.
Bella
yes.
Filipina.
Bella Filipina.
Yes.
As I said, Bella Filipina has been, every time they release a new like Disney, not Disney, but like
Princess. Yeah.
Then I buy.
Remember their Cleopatra pattern?
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever got that one, but
I don't know if I did. So, yeah. He's very
such a
talented.
good,
Very talented person.
very talented. Yeah.
Okay, who's next? Oh, so there's
Pretty
actually
Little.
okay. There is a project in here that I have. That
Oh, you have
is,
3 Pretty Littles actually.
that is not on the list apparently for some reason.
Uh-oh.
It is called An Ode to Libraries, and it looks like this samplery. It is by Heartstring Sampler E. The very existence. It says the very existence of libraries affords the best evidence that we may yet have hope for the future of humanity, and boy is that true more than ever now.
Maybe you stitch that instead of One Nation for the next 4 years.
Possibly. That might be the
Yeah,
one.
and we need to add that to the list. So
I don't believe I've really started it that much. I think it has like a couple stitches. So, can you get a piece of paper so that we actually are writing down stuff I need to start?
you mean it's not all in your brain?
Absolutely not. Like, I'm feeling good about this year when it comes to my projects, because when it comes to the act of being like organized with my WIPs, it makes me feel like I'm gonna get them done faster and get more done, while still starting new things, because obviously I can't go without starting stuff. I've already started, a bunch of things this year, of course, and every time I go to retreat, I said, I start something new, and that'll be part of it too, is like I'll be offhandedly starting at least 25 new starts this year, probably as part of another kind of stitching challenge, but I'm gonna let it come organically. I'm not planning any new starts. I'm just, if a Sal comes out and I want to do that stitch along, I'm gonna do it. If I don't want to do the stitch along, I won't do it. That's always kind of been my vibe. And then I'm a part of 2 subscriptions, so Need a Lot Designs. I get her monthly pattern and access to her shop, and then I am a part of Witchy Stitcher's Patreon as well. And between the 2, I'm getting, patterns from them every single month.
Yeah.
I always do some of Black Needle Society's, stitch-alongs and things. So there will be natural new starts. Okay, so moving along. Oh, meow.
I have a cat.
Meow.
Bunny, say hello. Come here.
All right, who's next?
Don't bite. That's not nice.
Oh, actually, this is a goodbye. So this is a sad goodbye, because I would love to do this, but it is way too much. It's going to take me way too long, so we are not doing it. But
So
you can probably tell from the start of it that it has to do with somebody. Can you tell me what Disney character it might be about?
Snow?
Yeah, Snow White.
Oh, Snow White.
So
okay.
they were called Polaroid Princesses. It was an Abby Sue, and it is on my we are not doing it list because too many patterns.
And they're
Time to be
big.
strict.
Yeah. So what were the other ones that I had?
See, we already forgot.
I know we already forgot. Yeah. I'm using the library thing that we got from Black Needle for this, which is perfect because it has lines.
Mighty Oak Quartet.
Mighty Oak.
I still think it's on my list unless I deleted it, but that would be weird.
Okay. And then there's one more.
I don't know what the third thing was. So the worst thing about Amanda's disability, for me,
For you.
for me,
Yeah.
is that Amanda now has brain fog,
Mm-hmm.
which is the worst because I hereditarily have a bad memory.
Yes.
Grandfather had a bad memory.
Yes.
Mother has a bad memory. My uncle has a bad memory. Both of my cousins have bad memories. I have a bad memory.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of that also comes with the fact that we all have undiagnosed ADHD as well.
Yes. Well, some
But-
of them diagnosed. Which
Some
is,
of them.
you know.
But that is not inherently
No.
up on the list for those who have ADHD.
Mhm.
Like, it kind of is. But,
Yeah.
like, you could tell me something as we were literally talking about it, and now it is gone from my
Yes.
brain. And so I'm mad at
And-
this one for not remembering stuff anymore. Because Amanda used to be
I
the
used
person who
to
could remember
have-
everything.
I used to have a really
Everything.
great memory. And now it comes and it goes.
It's devastating.
It just is a part of my new disability. Well, new. It's been, what,
a couple years now.
4 years?
Yeah.
Literally 4 years, actually. I passed my anniversary.
Happy
of
anniversary.
It, so, and I didn't cry about it. That's
cry.
the first year.
Wow.
Because oh my gosh, I mean, this is totally off track, but like
Mhm.
the past few years, I remember like January 4th specifically was the first day that I called off of work because I was feeling really sick. I had COVID. And then the next 4 months I spent in bed, unable to move and take care of myself. I eventually got diagnosed with fibromyalgia, so now I suffer with daily chronic pain and brain fog, like we mentioned, and bad fatigue. So that was that date's always been really hard for me to go past because I'm just like, oh yeah, New Year's was the last day that I felt good. It was the last day that I didn't wake up with pain, and I'm getting emotional now. But actually, I think that the retreat helped. And I didn't even realize it. I was so focused on the retreat and like having fun with my friends, and it was really great. Anyway,
I mean, you know what this
I
means?
just realized that.
This just means that we have to have a retreat every
Every
year
year.
at that time so that it's always a good time. I actually
Yeah.
love that. That's crazy to
Yeah,
think about.
and like January and February have always been like the hardest time of the year for me. Like,
And you weren't the first person
for-
to say that too. There
yeah.
were other folks saying,
yeah,
this after Christmas,
After
after Thanksgiving,
Christmas,
after Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas,
yeah.
like these, major holidays that we all love to celebrate, and
Yeah.
then in January is
and then
nothing.
it's just nothing, and
Yeah.
it's
And you spend so
and
much
it's
time
cold.
with family and friends.
it's
I mean,
cold
there's
and it's dark, and you
Yeah.
just like there's
That
like
too.
nothing going on, and
Yeah.
everyone's like, well, back to work, back to life.
yeah. Wow.
And I hate that the merriment being gone for
Mhm.
so long, and then
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
anyway, I did not realize that my
That's so
anniversary
crazy.
date had passed, so that's really great.
I'm so glad.
Um,
I'm glad you forgot
yeah.
about it for a moment and didn't cry on that day.
I didn't cry.
Yeah,
I
it
didn't
definitely,
cry.
we haven't talked about this on video that I
No,
can remember.
I don't think so.
But yeah, those like 3 to 4 months that Amanda was bedridden, you weren't allowed to go to hospitals, and
Yeah.
and we were fortunate in that my uncle got it as well,
Yeah.
and I got COVID too. I lost my taste and smell for a year, and then out of nowhere it came back. It was very
That was
bizarre.
weird.
It was,
Yeah.
but it happened to a ton of people. It was super weird.
Mhm.
Our bodies just healed themselves, I guess. Like, and so my uncle, because he was a firefighter, got special help with a special doctor,
Mhm.
and so few doctors even knew anything about COVID at the
Yeah,
time.
because
So
he was a firefighter.
yeah,
so,
and so he got this special doctor, and then my uncle got Amanda in touch with
Yeah.
him, and then that doctor gave us a lot of advice, and
he helped so
he helped a
much.
lot,
Oh
and
my
just
gosh.
was like, do these 1, 2, 3 things
Yeah.
to make sure, and don't go to a hospital unless you turn blue and can't breathe.
Yeah.
That was literally his thing.
Which I
Unless-
did a few times,
Yeah.
but still we
we still got through it.
we
And
resisted
and it
going.
was challenging, and I've mentioned this I mentioned this in, you know, my vows, how it was very scary to like think that your partner was gonna die every day for 4 months.
Yeah.
And like I was alone in a situation where my parents would have been there.
Oh,
Amanda's mom would have been there. People would have been there.
Everyone.
But we
would
were
have been there,
alone.
but we had to be alone.
And
because of COVID.
it was challenging in that you had to not feel almost resentful as well of all of the people that weren't experiencing it the way we were experiencing it. You know, we made some tough decisions even just at our wedding, being like, everyone must be vaccinated. We take this very seriously.
Yeah.
If you are not vaccinated, you can't come.
Yep.
And that was a rule we had to make, because for us, we were so deeply affected by it that it was truly an insult and an injury to us to not take it seriously, and to not take that step. And so we, you know, and to this day, like I have family members who, in my opinion, did not take the pandemic as seriously as we did. And so it is challenging. It's challenging to get back from that when like you've had such a huge life experience that another individual has not. So it feels like they can't respect it in the way that you have.
Yeah.
I ran into this even with like ex-friends as well, where it's like they were not understanding of our situation in the way that it needed to be understood. And so those people had to be let go in my life. Yeah. And
I think in the beginning, I definitely, like, there was a little bit more grace on other people's parts, because we suffered in silence when all of this was going on.
We didn't tell anyone. Maybe a couple posts on Facebook, but really not that much.
But not that much. And like, you know, it was just Shannon and I for those months, and just like focusing on keeping me breathing, keeping me like alive, and no one really knew the gravity of it. Actually, a lot of people during both of our wedding vows had no idea that it was that bad. They were like, what? Like, I almost died multiple times, and it's crazy that,
with no medical help.
With no medical help. I also the doctor. The doctor didn't believe me.
There was that layer.
The doctor was like, "Oh, you're just having really severe anxiety."
Despite the fact that
I can't breathe.
Despite the fact that like I had a positive test, and Amanda had all the symptoms, because Amanda never got a positive test, the doctor would not believe that Amanda had it.
Yeah, and this is also when like testing was like a month old, so it was very like, if you. And this is what Dr. Gupta, who was the doctor who helped me out a lot, he said, like, if you don't take the test on like a specific day, like on the third day at the second hour, like it's not gonna get caught. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, and so I took like 2 tests, I think, and also the tests were so hard to come by. I took like 2 tests, and I still was not good, and yeah, it was just, and like,
we ran into even small things where it's like, so like I had an ex-friend who was deeply hurt and upset at me because I had missed a virtual thing that was important to them, and what I didn't tell them at the time was that I missed it because it was the first day that Amanda was up and like doing stuff and cooking, and we were playing games, and so I just forgot because my partner was back to how they usually were, and so
for the first time in months.
And I remember calling that friend and, you know, just profusely apologizing that I had missed it, and I got no grace back. Like, she just ended up saying, like, you haven't been here for me, you stopped being there for me, etc. And it's like, God, looking back, reflecting, how selfish she was, and these other friends were, because they did not understand.
No.
And they were not, I've said this before to many people, that 2 things happened during the pandemic. You either became a very selfless person, because I would consider myself to have been like outwardly like like, I tried to be selfless when I could,
Mm-hmm.
but, like, I had to nurse my partner back to health. So I changed entirely as a person.
Yes.
And then my entire group of friends were selfish people that became more selfish
Mm-hmm.
and could not understand at all.
What,
And would not give grace.
The life change.
And just ended up being bad people for us.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, I openly talk about this, like, even if there's a possibility that they might see it one day, because when I essentially broke it off with them, I didn't hear from them ever again.
No.
Like, I said, I don't think this friend group is good for me anymore,
Mm-hmm.
and, like, left the chats, essentially. And these were people I had known since I was 16 years old.
Yeah.
And never heard once from any of them ever again.
No.
So
And it's been 2 years.
yeah. So
like,
in that way, it was almost like, and it's like almost, it is a good thing in a lot of ways, because it didn't draw out any more than it needed to. But it's like, you know, I think that there is always something to be learned from, like, if you and your partner are not being treated well
Mm-hmm.
by people in your life, those people don't need to be in your life.
Yeah.
And that's the end of story.
Yeah.
I don't care if you've known them since you were 16 years old.
Or
I
if
don't
they're
care if they're family and you are
or-
blood related to
yeah.
them. If they are not good
Mm-hmm.
to you or your partner,
Or your family.
or your family,
Yeah,
other family
just
members
immediate
too,
family.
like, then they are not good.
Yeah,
And
those
they
you
should
care about.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
they can go be, you know, how they want to be with other people
Yeah.
and not with you. So
Yeah. I mean,
we derailed so
we
much.
derailed so much. So sorry.
You just learned so much about us.
I need a tissue.
Of course. This all to say that, like, Amanda and I have grown so close. The friends that have remained amazing friends to us, we've gotten even
Love you.
closer with, and I love them so much.
Yeah,
Like,
we've gotten a lot closer with, like, a lot of better people.
A lot of better people. We have met some incredible new people
yeah.
in our lives and been able to welcome them in
Mhm.
with open arms without
Mhm.
feeling like, you know, there's going to be some kind of backlash because, again, that other group of friends believed in no new friends. So that's a whole other issue. So, like, strongly believed in that. So, like, you know, definitely, like, we have grown as people so much, and I think that there is something to be said about you outgrow people. And I've had so many conversations with other people who've gone through similar situations where it's just like sometimes you outgrow people.
Yeah,
and that's
absolutely.
okay.
And that's okay.
Like,
yeah, it's, you know, it's perfectly fine. It happens.
yeah.
I mean, I've grown out so many friends, and, like, you know, and you just, like, with different life situations. So, all that to say, we're better off for it. So
We are.
Love you.
Love you.
Thanks for saving my buns.
Thanks for not dying.
Jesus.
Sorry, we have to be a little morbid.
Alright,
Back.
morbidity over.
Morbidity over. Back
Woo.
to it. Yay. Okay,
I
are we
have
on
no-
Pretty Littles?
Yes, we are on all the Pretty Littles.
Pretty Littles. Okay,
Which-
this is Pretty Little Los Angeles.
Which is where Shannon's from.
Yeah.
And where I lived for a while.
I love California so much. It means so much to me. So
And
I haven't gotten very far on this one.
I don't want to be morbid again, but oh
I
my
know.
gosh!
I do wanna-
Please donate to the wildfire relief that's happening
Please
right
give
now.
blood.
Please,
Like
we have so many people in
friends
Los
and
Angeles,
family
friends
are
and family
evacuating.
and we have
Some places
your cousin Alex
my
is a
cousin is out there
firefighter.
fighting.
He's out there
Yeah.
doing the damn thing. Like, he's a hero. So please donate to the wildfire relief, like
This
Red
is
Cross.
off topic.
But yes,
I don't like this fabric that it's on. So
Uh-oh.
I think it,
How many
and it's I
stitches
have
have you
no
done?
stitches on it. Basically, it clearly is like about
it's
200.
baby. It's like baby pink.
200 stitches.
Oh, that does not come up on the. Okay, so it's coming
So-
up peachy, but it's actually like a baby.
This
pink.
fabric's gonna go bye. We're gonna
Bye-bye.
we're gonna do a new start. We're gonna do a new start on.
Yeah.
on,
How many
Dee.
stitches did you do on it?
It looks like about 200 or so.
Okay, that's not
So
bad.
this is gonna go over here.
That could be done in an hour.
Monty, come here. Come here. Let's show you off.
No comment. Shan?
What'd you say?
I said or you said 200 stitches. But I said, oh, that could be done easy in an hour.
It can be. By me? Yes.
This is my nug. Good nug. He went out in the snow
He was
for
a
the
snow
first
dog.
time.
Snow dog.
He hates it. He has.
He
no
also hates being held, so
comfort.
that's why
Yeah.
he looks like, a check.
Also, this is another little plug while you pull out Pretty Little Paris.
Yes.
But Monty and Molly, both of our puppers, got a new treat today, and it is carrots. So I got like really big carrots, and I got a whole pack of them, and then I cleaned them really well, and then we just put them in the freezer. And oh my god,
they were so happy.
They were so happy. So it's a bone alternative because a lot of like bones have rawhide and like bad stuff, and can break teeth too. Oh my gosh, they freaking loved it.
They loved it. They had so much fun.
Oh,
Monty finished it really fast, so
yeah.
I guess he needs a bigger carrot next time.
It's a lot cheaper too.
Yeah,
so.
that makes sense because you're just buying a giant carrot and freezing it.
Yeah, you're buying giant carrots and freezing it. I think
Molly was hilarious though because she didn't know what to do.
She didn't know what to do.
She like took it in her mouth and then put it on the ground.
She was like,
and then was kind of licking it, and then Amanda like picked it up and she put it in her mouth again, and then she put her paw on top of it and started like pulling it off.
But it was on the wood floor, and so it was skittering around a little bit. It was hard. So
it was cute though. And
tough
then Monty took it over. He's adorable. He's a very polite man.
Yes.
He took it over to his placemat where he eats his food, and he ate it there. And I was like, wow, that's a very polite man. Whereas Molly's like, I'm just gonna eat it right here in front of you.
Yeah. Anyway, great. And if your dog don't like carrots, boil the carrots first in broth.
Doesn't like carrots.
I know.
So good though.
I know.
Good for humans too.
Boil it in some broth and freeze it. I got that off of TikTok, but I mean it was so easy. It was awesome. Anyway, so if you have puppers, try it.
Yay!
It costs like $1.15 to get like a pound of carrots. So.
All right, here we got Pretty Little Paris.
He's licking my feet. Oh,
I love Pretty Little Paris. This is also Satsuma. So I'm very far in it. And I would like to finish it this year. I wanted to finish it last year because it is my second oldest start, maybe? Or it's an old start.
It's an old start, yeah. January 16th of 2021.
Oh, okay. So it's not my oldest. Okay, this needle minder is...
no, actually, your next one is pretty freaking old, of 2020. So during the pandemic...
Okay.
I wonder what your oldest one is.
Look how far I am. This is ridiculous. Okay. It is time.
Oh, put that in the pile.
It is time to finish you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It's time to put commitment in this one.
Yeah, when we were in Friends, you stitched a lot on that one.
One of the reasons why I actually fall behind on my patterns is that I'll do starts for gifts because I think it is very important to make something when you are a crafter for the people you love. So every time a friend gets married, and love you friends, all of them keep getting married every year, and then it's like 2 or 3 people are getting married. So I will make a project for each person, which I love doing it, but I'm also mad because I'm like, but all my other projects, they are crying for me.
But now you're a lot more like realistic with like how much you can do in the time span.
Yes. So I do smaller ones usually now, unless like my best friends in the whole world got married, so they got like a big sampler when I did theirs. It was a D&D themed sampler because that's their passion in life is D&D, which I love. As well, I do love D&D when I play it, so it's very fun. But yeah, the other ones that I've done, they are usually still catered to the friends. So like I had some friends who we have like a bird chat together. So theirs was like 2 birds that were like kissing and you know, and had their names and everything. So that was fun. I want to show this off also. This fabric is from Black Cat. What is she called? Black Cat Stitchery, I believe.
Let me see. Oh wait, no, you don't have.
I don't have the project bags. I know.
Now
I know I have to do that.
That's a problem.
Okay, going to the pile. Who's next?
San Francisco. Did you already do San Francisco?
So, San Francisco is another one that I'm planning to change the fabric. Even though I've done a lot on it, I'm not a fan of how it feels. It's a linen, but it's like a really stiff linen. So this is actually.
But it kind of looks like the San Francisco sky, though. With the fall.
It does, but I was gonna pick another fabric for it.
Okay.
I mean, what do you think? Should I just keep continuing on this?
I mean, again, like we discussed earlier, I don't like the feel of it.
Yeah.
But I also have sensory problems, so that's a
And
whole separate thing.
And a lot
But,
of people do. That's not like, you know, just you. But
I mean, but you said earlier that if you don't like the fabric, you're not going to do it.
yeah.
So let's do a different fabric. And it didn't look like you had tons done on there.
I think I probably did 400 stitches on
Oh, there's Princess Polaroids. Oh, okay. So those ones are goodbye.
Can you put her on
Yep.
the list as a goodbye? And then can you also put down on the list about the 2 pretty littles that I'm going to change those fabrics?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually I might stitch on Los Angeles this week just to feel like I am one with my friends and family out there, actually. San Francisco and LA.
To change fabrics.
Thank you. I have the hiccups now.
Woo! Great.
It is time for...
Brain fog again. What was the first thing you wanted me to write down?
Oh, just about changing the fabrics on
Yes, I did that.
LA and San Francisco.
There was something else. Oh. Take off Princess Polaroid.
Princess Polaroid. Thank you. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. I have plenty of Abby Sue's, so Abby Sue, don't be offended that I'm taking Polaroid Princess off. But
We love you, Abby.
it's a beautiful design, so if anyone else...
It is beautiful.
I don't know if she
hey,
sells
do
it.
you want
She
to
doesn't
adopt
sell
it?
them anymore.
Or do you like the fabric?
Oh, no, I'm not giving up that fabric. It's
Okay.
too cute. Okay, Amanda's favorite. My favorite. This is my oldest WIP. Now, you may ask yourself, why? Why, Shannon? Why, Shannon, is it your oldest WIP? Well, you see, whenever you stitch on this, I call it the Mary Poppins of patterns because it's endless. You stitch like 300 stitches and it doesn't look like you've done anything. So according to the thing, I've done like 67%.
67!
So here she is. It's clear that I'm almost done, but there's
Are
still...
Are you really though?
Yes.
Are you?
It's the Mary Poppins of patterns.
And she started that September 27th of 2018.
Going in the pile, we're gonna finish this year.
18!
It's also 14 count Ada.
That's
So,
like your worst count in
It's my worst
fabric.
count. It's my worst fabric. It's the worst pattern.
I just like, when you finish it,
When I finish it, I'm gonna have someone make it into a pillow.
okay.
And I'm gonna give it to my mother.
Oh.
And she can look at it every day.
Yeah, I'm like, we're not gonna want to look at it every day.
Okay. Moving
alright.
on.
Also, Artisy cross stitch who made pumpkin.
Mhm.
It's nothing against you.
Oh no.
It has been a running joke
Yeah.
for the past 6 years that I've been dating this one. She was working on that thing when we met.
Every
We
time I
met-
bring it out, I'm mad about it.
We met in June of 2018. We are now married.
That's funny. That's so funny.
Do you like? Again, nothing against you, Artisy.
Nothing against
you. I want Pumpkin to die. Every time she brings it out, I do flip at the bird, so I won't do that on camera, of course, because you know.
Okay, who's next?
Anyway, Perfect Pirate.
Interesting.
Purr.
I wonder
Purr.
if this project is supposed to be in this.
Hey, Purr, come here. Do not. Oh, hang on. I have to save a project.
Bunju, no!
Oh, God.
Not my cat being a devil. Okay. I'm gonna pause this here for today.
Oh, are we?
We're at an hour and 12.
Oh, yeah.
So this is a good part too.
Yeah.
You've learned a lot about us. Hopefully we didn't completely deter you from hanging out.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's okay to be open about your
Absolutely.
life as long as,
Yeah.
like, partner's
know.
okay with it, and Amanda was the one who,
I am the one who brought it up.
brought it up, and so, like,
And, yeah.
it's your story to tell as
Yeah.
my story to tell too, so, like, we're here, and yeah,
I think it's, it's fine.
it's okay to share your
Yeah.
life.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
yeah.
And if anyone thinks differently,
Yeah.
sorry.
And also, like,
But-
not for nothing, like,
Yeah.
if you ever need to reach out to people that really do understand,
Yeah.
like,
COVID and
having a disability,
Long
having a partner
COVID.
with a disability,
yeah,
anything along those lines, like,
we're no experts.
our DMs
but-
are open. You can also leave comments in
Yeah.
the comments, and, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for hanging out with us.
Goodbye.